And the players exchanging a few friendly words prior to tip-off, the getting-to-know-you stage of the proceedings. It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And as we take a look at Brandon Jennings right here, guys, what's your take?
And Jennings is a tremendously quick player, Kevin. Not real physically dominant. He's got that skinny frame, but he's so fast and quick that he can get anywhere he wants on offense. And then defensively, he loves to read the passing lanes, make steals, and get out in transition.
Well, he's extremely tough to stop in the open court, Steve. I mean, his finishing is much improved, and when he gets around the rim, he has pretty good air time, hang time, and dexterity to glide past defenders and finish the play.
Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game, with most of their
passes so well. That's a great assist.
For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time.
Right back at you. Immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer. One of the problems for the Pistons last year was they seemed to collapse late in games. Found a lot of opportunities that went awry due to poor performances in the fourth quarter.
The Pistons leading. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have, and once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping,
Orlando's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Huffman, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
It's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Caron Butler's checked in for Andre Drummond.
Really, last season was just the second.
Contributed in a number of ways.
Gordon with the screen for Harkless. Gordon defended by Butler. The shot's good from the captain. Reflecting again on the Howard trade you mentioned, guys. Some of the pieces they received.
An easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
The pass to the captain. Knocks down the 3-ball. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Monroe down low. He's against Fry. Meeks, good. It's Oladipo on the wing. 14 points from him the last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ballgame.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3. Martin kicks to Meeks. From the arc. No good. And Orlando the other way now. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Here's Gordon. Good work defensively by Monroe.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Jennings with the bucket. Jennings has got 12 in the game. The Magic trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Oladipo, the pass to the captain. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Vucevic a screen on Jennings. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Huffman. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 17 points.
Saw it different. They'll count the basket.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
So a new group on the floor. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
it's a little strange to think of Detroit as being a team that runs, but
Jennings has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Huffman. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. The captain's got 19 points.
Well, he's very strong inside, particularly as a finisher. So even if you give him a hard foul, hard contact, lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
That's good. 21 points for the captain. Detroit leading by 13. At the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons lead by 15. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
He's tried to develop a floater, but working on those 1 or 2 dribble pull-ups should also be an area of focus for him.
That is good. 23 points for the captain.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim. Geometry, Kevin, is so fascinating. And, you know, he could benefit from watching a guy like Tony Parker. He's the master at beating the big man to the backboard by putting that shot up quickly to use the rim to protect his shot.
Here's the captain. He's guarded by Jennings. 6 on the shot clock. Huffman. Rebound by the... Here's Meeks. Stolen. He feeds it to Jennings. And it's rejected. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain...
I don't think that was one of his best moments.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
That'll do it for now. For Norris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the...
What are your feelings about personal accolades? Does it matter to you to do things like winning a scoring title or make an all-star game?
Of course it matters. You can't be the best without winning awards and breaking records. And that's what I pride myself on. So I keep track of my list of accomplishments at all times. And when I have a good reason to add to it, that's what I do. I'm going to need another piece of paper really quick here, though. You feel me?
So, some good news. I was able to grant your request for a trade. You are now a member of the New York Knicks. I appreciate your service here with us. I think you're a tremendous talent, and I'd love to have you back here someday. Good luck out there.
Thanks, man. It means a lot for you to say that. You've always done right by me, and I won't forget that. I definitely wish you and the team the best of luck going forward, man. All right, take care.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court to their advantage. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting 5 for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Larry Sanders?
Well, the one thing that you have to have in basketball is big men who can protect the rim. And that's what Sanders does. He's willing to go up and block shots, really patrol the paint, and protect that rim area.
Yeah, you know, but there's nothing easy in the lane when Sanders is on the floor. Always have to be looking over your shoulder if you plan on putting up a shot with him around. And the Knicks looking for a positive start here on their road trip. What a tremendous role these guys have been on. Red hot from the start of the season. NBA really just seems he's never been able to truly improve, guys, from his rookie year.
Well, yeah, if anything, last season he took it
With that group.
Here's Huffman, drilled from 11 feet out.
Now they got the most out of that possession, guys.
Bucks captain lets it go with a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Right back at you.
The captain, he's got 7. Good. Now just a 4-point Bucks lead.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open look. Oh,
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Bargnani from long. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
oh, what a 3 at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
That'll do it for the first quarter. Some grinded-out basketball so far. Bucks ahead. They're up by 5. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they did.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at New York. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Milwaukee, 4.5 games behind.
When I look at Milwaukee, they've inserted themselves right into the playoff conversation, at least in the early going, that is.
Yeah, they seem to have turned a corner, climbing the ladder to a team that just might make the postseason.
Pass to the captain. Offline with his 3.
He has notched a row.
Smith with a screen on Knight. New York, no good that time either.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm. That's what they call the $1 million move with the 10-cent finish.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
He has great dexterity inside. He can contort his body, shift in midair, hang time. He can protect the ball and finish through contact. Just an impressive player in the paint.
And, Steve, that's not a skill that most players have. I mean, that's exactly why they try to feed it to him in the paint whenever possible.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And Shumpert, fantastic athlete. Great quickness and leaping ability.
Yeah, he's rebounded very well from his ACL injury.
Outside Anthony. Passes it to the captain. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digit. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Huffman. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. An opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been
introduced last season here at the Bradley Center, the new playing court with the giant M's on each half of the court. It mimics details of the old pop art court they played on back in the 70s and 80s.
And last season with the new court, it was too slippery at first, something to do with the matte finish. The Bucks had to take a few weeks to resurface it with a gloss finish and had it ready for the home opener.
And guys, you'll love how the new court really embraces Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's a great
1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outlaw the pass to the captain. Releases from the wing and drills it. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA.
Right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
And there's another one for the Knicks.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit still pretty big, but opportunities.
Here's Huffman. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. The captain's got 21.
Well, guys, maybe the most important play in the NBA that isn't really tracked at all.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
The Bucks shooting has been fun. Change being thrown around has just taken the top 16 teams from both conferences combined in seeding them.
Don't like it. Don't like it. We tend to overreact when we have an aberration. The Suns don't get in the playoffs with 48 wins, and 2 or 3 Eastern Conference teams get in sub 500, and now you want to shake it all up. I'm not for that. The top 8 in the West and the top 8 in the East make a lot of sense to me because it would be a scheduling.
Again for the captain. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
How did it feel putting on that new uniform tonight? Has it even sunk in that you're playing for a new team now?
It was beautiful, man. I was so ready to get out of this situation I was in before that anything would look better. But things have exceeded my expectations here already. The guys all seemed really happy to have me on board, and I feel like they already understand the way I like to play the game. We have a chance to do something really special here, and I'm just glad to have gotten